It's only proper to start off the video by saying that I genuinely believe that Miguel Cotto, 39-4 with 32 KOs, wants to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, 44-1-1 with 31 KOs. I am T-Street Controversy. This show is called T-Street Controversy Live. It is reported on EspnDEPORTES, which is the Latin version of ESPN, that Al Haymon of Haymon Boxing, the manager, advisor of Floyd Money Mayweather, has offered Miguel Cotto $40 million not to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez on May the 2nd, 2015. Now, does that mean that means that Haymon wants Mayweather versus Cotto 2 for that 160-pound title, or Mayweather versus Cotto for Mayweather's 154 World WBA and WBC title? Don't know. But here's the thing. Mayweather makes a guaranteed $32 million. For Miguel Cotto to get $40 million would mean that he would be getting more guaranteed money than Floyd Mayweather. So me being a realist that I am, using facts and past events, makes me think that Haymon is the type of guy that will just literally give Miguel Cotto $40 million just out of his pocket. Now, that's a lot of money, but what I'm saying is, it means more than the money. When you look at the fact that you got Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, that could potentially happen in 2015. You got Miguel Cotto, who holds the key to Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Because if Miguel Cotto today says, yes, me and Canelo Alvarez are fighting on May the 2nd, 2015, Cinco de Mayo, then Floyd Mayweather and Amir Khan is done. Floyd Mayweather's in a situation where he has to fight Manny Pacquiao or he's going to lose that date. Now, there's been a lot of arguing and speculation about Bob Arum saying that, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to do an individual big video on Bob Arum. But I want to keep you on what's right there right now. Floyd Mayweather has $120+ million on the table to fight Manny Pacquiao. Whether it's guaranteed or not, we know it's at least $100 million. So when I look at Saul Canelo Alvarez, when I look at Oscar De La Hoya, I'm going to read a tweet. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to read a tweet from Oscar De La Hoya. This was 16 hours ago. The fight that will continue the Mexico versus Puerto Rico boxing rivalry at Canelo Official versus at Real Miguel Cotto. Hashtag for the fans, hashtag pride, hashtag honor, hashtag 5th de Mayo. Now, the manager, the attorney of Miguel Cotto, has recently done an interview as early as about 5 hours ago, basically saying that nothing has been agreed on, despite the fact that Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez said we've agreed to everything Miguel Cotto has demanded of us, but yet we don't know what the venue or the date it's going to be. So knowing Miguel Cotto, for following him as long as I have, and let me correct something, yes, he's a 4-division champion, not 6 division. He never fought at 130, he never fought at 135, all right? 140, 147, 154, and now 160 pounds, he's the champion. So, when you look at Canelo versus Cotto, and you look at what that fight brings as far as the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, and also you got that urban crowd like, oh, Cotto fighting that guy that fought Mayweather? Even if they don't know Canelo's name, the guy that fought, oh yeah, we're going to watch that fight. Now, if you hear Mayweather versus Amir Khan, which fight rings more bells? Saul Canelo Alvarez, Miguel Cotto, whoa, excuse me, A-side. Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, or Floyd Mayweather versus Amir Khan. Now, common sense would tell you that Mayweather versus Amir Khan is not going to sell the same numbers as Canelo versus Cotto. Mayweather is the type of fighter that, yes, he can bring on numbers fighting guys like maybe an Amir Khan as far as 800,000 pay-per-view buys. He can fight a Marcos Maidana and average about 900,000 buys, maybe 875 for both fights. But when it comes to Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, you cannot tell me that will not do at least $1 million. Mayweather, Amir Khan will not do $1 million. If it does $1 million, very low. And if it does $1 million, I'm going to be kind of skeptical. Now, when it comes to Amir Khan, I've done many videos on this. People say, well, the Arabian community is going to support him. The people are going to fly over there and they're going to buy houses and then they're going to buy the pay-per-view themselves. Amir Khan is going to unite the whole Muslim community in America. They're going to all buy his fight. I understand all of that, and when I do the math myself, I cannot add up. How can that sell 1 million even still? But that's not the knock Amir Khan. But let's say this, right? What does Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto 2 mean? What does Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto 2 mean? It could be, well, you can say it's for that 160-pound title. We've been wanting Floyd Mayweather to step up to 160 pounds for the longest. But then what does that mean for Miguel Cotto? That means, well, damn, fans are going to be pissed off that he didn't fight Canelo. Fans are also going to be pissed off that you're ducking GGG. So even though I'm not as confident that Cotto wants to fight Golovkin as confidently as I do Cotto wants to fight Canelo, I don't see how it's a smart business move for him to go fight Floyd Mayweather and accept Floyd Mayweather's terms as far as, for example, a Mayweather versus Cotto 2. We know Mayweather's going to get guaranteed 32 mil. Floyd Mayweather's going to use that bargaining chip to say basically, well, I beat you the first time, so you should take less money, and then you lost to Austin Trout, So I don't see Cotto making no 7-8 mil like he made the first fight. I don't see it. I see him making something like 5. But then if you look at, well, when it comes to Canelo, he can make 10 plus million and also be the A side of the equation. And then hold on 1 minute. Hearing all this noise. When you look at Cotto, can be an A side in a situation with Canelo and make money. You see, look at Cotto, he can be the A side in a situation when he's fighting Golovkin, even though, the same money won't be there. I'm talking about with the Golovkin fight. I'm wondering to myself, why would he put himself in a situation where he's just like Mayweather to an extent where Cotto at this point in time in his career, he's 34 years old. He does not want to be B-side ever again in his career. Look what he did to poor Sergio Martinez. The deal was almost over. The demands for Miguel Cotto were so stringent, and when I mean it was just basically just out of this world, he would have rather not had to fight than to let a guy like Sergio Martinez dictate the terms, even though Sergio Martinez was the champion. All the way up until fight day, Miguel Cotto and Freddie Roach made sure he couldn't wear his little mechanical Michael Kitsidis, or was that Yuri Foreman? I forgot who had the bad knee. Where he couldn't wear the knee brace. He wanted to come out first, he wanted to come out last, meaning Cotto, even though he wasn't the champion. You see where I'm going with this? So I'm trying to figure out, you have Mayweather Promotions, who's now a standalone organization, but yet they have not promoted a fight to the magnitude of what Mayweather versus a Cotto 2 will be. Imagine just Mayweather Promotions on that banner, right? So Miguel Cotto, the person he is, he's going to want Cotto Promotions on there too. I just like looking at the business end, I just don't see. And also, HBO, Bob Arum would be literally getting fucked by Miguel Cotto if Miguel Cotto went to fight Floyd Mayweather. Miguel Cotto is the bargaining chip in all this because Miguel Cotto, not contractually obligated to Showtime, HBO, Top Rank, Golden Boy, Mayweather Promotions, he can fight on either network, even though he has a verbal agreement, from my understanding, to fight his next fight on HBO against Canelo Alvarez. Now, I look at Cotto being the type of person that he doesn't like someone all in the media, a guy like Canelo. Yes, I'm fighting Cotto on this date. Cotto is the type of guy that, well, like, damn, I did want to fight you, but how you going to tell me what date I'm going to fight? Cotto will make negotiations even tougher just by Canelo opening his mouth so much, just by Oscar De La Hoya opening his mouth so much. So now Cotto's using his bargaining power to be like, look, I know y'all need me to fight Canelo for that May 2nd date. I know y'all trying to get back at Floyd. He's trying to make sure he gets the most possible money out of the deal. And also, once again, he has a chance to be a part of history fighting Canelo Alvarez. Potential history as far as pay-per-view. It'll be maybe number 3 pay-per-view box. Maybe it might be Tyson Holyfield too. You know, it might go that high up. But, and I'm talking about in this day and age. But if he fights Floyd Mayweather, that's a guaranteed million, 1.2, 1.3. So let's look at what that would mean for Floyd Mayweather and how it would benefit him. You would have Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto in 2012. You would have Floyd Mayweather, which is Robert Guerrero a year later. Floyd Mayweather versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. Floyd Mayweather versus Marcos Maidana. Floyd Mayweather versus Marcos Maidana. And then Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto too. You see how that doesn't make sense? You see how the legacy of Mayweather can somewhat be questioned right there? Because it's like, well, wait a minute. So you fought Cotto twice. And you fought Maidana twice. Even though they're good fights, people are going to say, well, you couldn't mix in a Pacquiao or Keith Thurman, you know, or like, and I'm just using names, you know, because fans are going to always say, well, he could have fought somebody differently. Fans are upset that he fought Maidana a second time. Me personally, I want him to fight Maidana a second time. Go figure. So there's so much at stake if Floyd Mayweather and Miguel Cotto 2 happens, because that means, obviously, Floyd Mayweather wins. Floyd Mayweather's back is against the rope. I've said this before. That ultimate bargaining chip against him is, listen, we're going to take your date if you fight Amir Khan. We're going to take your date if you fight somebody less than Manny Pacquiao. We're going to take it. So you have to think Al Haymon trying to save the reputation, because Floyd Mayweather's reputation is at stake. If someone takes his date, gives $40 million, and listen, boxing is fucked up like that. And if you don't think that Al Haymon has $40 million to throw around, you know, but as far as legally, how would the money make? How would Miguel Cotto make that $40 million? If Mayweather's guaranteed at 32, so I'm guessing Mayweather's going to have to get some pay-per-view buys, because he's not going to let Cotto make that guaranteed money over him. And listen, it's all speculation. I'm just pointing out from what I see on EspnDEPORTES. You know, just go and look it up. EspnDEPORTES, type it in, then you'll see that says Boxio. You know, just click it. So it's the first article right there. I just don't see that fight bringing in over 150 million, 100 million in revenue. Cotto's going to get a flat rate of 40. What? And then 32 for Mayweather. And Mayweather's going to want pay-per-view buys, so he's probably going to get like 50. And they're talking about Showtime losing money. It doesn't make sense. So when I say, people say, no, when I hear people say Miguel Cotto and, well, Mayweather can just fight Cotto again. It's not, yes, he could, but it's not that simple. It can happen, yes, but it's not that simple. It's just not, you know, and I can sit up here a half an hour just going like this can, because it is. It's not that simple. Can it happen? Once again, yes, it can. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. If you don't know, I did a video yesterday saying that I got news that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are going to meet in early to mid-January to sign the contract. Now, sometime between then or after the fight can be announced. Now, if the fight is not announced by the end of January, or any fight, you know, whether it's Canelo versus Cotto or Mayweather versus Pacquiao, then we're in trouble. You know why? It's because they're probably going to be fighting other guys, and that's going to mean that basically to promote a big fight, a super fight like Canelo versus Cotto, Cotto A-side versus Canelo, or Mayweather versus Pacquiao, you need as much time as you can to put together the biggest media press tours you possibly ever could in the history of boxing. And it's just not, it won't be enough time to do that and to market the fight properly to maximize profits. It's simple shit. Simple economics. But anyway, once again, I'm T Street Controversy, RealCombatMedia.com, your #1 boxing reporter on YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because it's the quality is better than quantity. And it's about the percentage of good boxing videos I do versus the bad. And also, I'm going to be covering every single major fight live from the bouts. So in May, whether it's Canelo versus Cotto, or whether it's Mayweather versus Pacquiao, T Street is making the pledge that he will be there as, can you get it down now? Remember the media. So the moniker of Tell It Like It Is will live. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.